Hi friends, this is Hemant here, and this is the second video in the React application series. So we have already configured Webpack and Babel in our application, and today we'll be creating two pages and creating a routing for those pages in React application. So let me open the application what we have created so far. So in the first video we configured Webpack and Babel, and we created an index.html file. We had this main.js and a root. We created a index file wherein we wrote welcome to React, and this is what was shown in the browser. So let me open a terminal, new terminal, okay, and do npm start, which was the script which we have specified in our package.json. We will open the developer tools and go to console. So this is what we had, welcome to React, which was there in our index.js file. So first we'll start with Webpack config. So here we have not specified any modules, so let's specify modules. Okay, and here we specify the rules. So it's an array of rules. So let me copy paste and I'll explain what needs to be done. So I'll close this terminal. And these are the rules. So we have a test for JSX, CSS and SVG file. So what this does is it would if it finds a file with an extension JSX, what it would do is Babel, let's put it as JS, okay, and what this would do is the loader Babel will execute that file and compile that file. So also we have excluded node modules, since even this node module has JS file, so we are excluding this node module so that it is not compiled and pushed into our dist folder, which is over here. So this would take care of all the JavaScript file. Next test is the CSS file. So what this would do is the style loader will take care of the CSS file, and we have the CSS loader. Okay, so these two loaders would take care of the CSS file, and it compiles and would club them into one single CSS file and push it into our JS file. Okay, and we have this SVG file if we have any images with SVG format. So file loader would take care of that, and we have the ES model option as false. So we have this Babel loader, style loader, CSS loader and file loader. Let's check if we have all this in our package.json. So we have the Babel loader. Let me open it in another. We will split it into right side. So Babel loader we have already included, and style loader we do not have this style loader. So let's do one thing, open our terminal, new terminal, okay, and push this terminal at the bottom, okay, and let's install npm install dash dash save dash dev, or what we can do is instead of this we can do dash d. It's a dev dependency, and let's copy this. Babel loader is already there. Let's take style loader, then CSS loader, give some space, CSS loader, then we have the file loader, copy, give some space and paste it and enter. Also, one more thing is if we have a CSS file, so what this loader would do is it would compile this CSS, whatever CSS files we have, and this what this style loader will do is inject that CSS into our JavaScript files. Okay, so our installation is done and we have configured our Webpack. Now let's move to and create a file called app.js. Okay, and we would have two files. Let me put it into folder which would be put into components. New file. Let's create home.js and another file called users.js. Okay, I have this extension installed in my system, React Redux GraphQL React Native snippet. So if you install this, you would get uh, so you can just type in refc and tab. It would give you a functional component, and just type home component. Okay, so now our home component is ready. Let me go into user and do the same thing, refc tab and user component. So what we'll do is we'll route between users and home. So that's why I've created two files, so that we can configure our routing over in home and users. So quickly let's move into app.js and we can create refc. So even this app is ready, app.js. Okay, so for adding router in our application, we need to install some more packages, which is npm router. Let's check if we have that installed. Let me push this. React router DOM, no. So we'll be installing react router DOM. Okay, so for that I need to open a new terminal. Let's install npm install dash dash save. So these are not dev dependencies. We require this in our application when we are pushing this into production. Okay, so this would be dash dash save instead of dash dash save dash dev. Okay, so we need react router DOM, and we need react DOM, and enter. Okay, so this is installed. Let's now go into our index.js and just delete what we had put in the earlier video, and let me give you, so there is one more snippet. So I can just put imp tab and it would give me this code snippet. So what I want is react, then again tab and react. Okay, so we have this react, and we also installed react router DOM. So let's pull in that as well. I have react DOM, and in this I'll be calling the react DOM from our react DOM package, and we will import dot slash, or I have this app.js. Okay, and I'll pull up this app as well. Okay, Now this react dom dot render, what we have is our app. So we'll pull up this app and we would call document dot get element by id. So I'll show you from where we are pulling this root. Okay, so what we are doing is, what this react dom does is it takes this app.js, this, and push it into the wherever it finds the root. So where we have this root is over here in our index.html. So that app would be loaded over here, app.js. Okay, now quickly come back to index.js. Okay, so now our index.js is configured. Let's quickly move to app.js. In app.js we'll be configuring the router. So I'll again come back to index.js. So we install three packages: react dom and react router dom. So two packages are used over here and the one package would be used in app.js. So let me again do import, and the package name was react router dom. Okay, so this packages has the browser router. So as usually we put browser router as a router, it's not necessary, but it is what other tutorials also put in. So I'll just carry forward that legacy. Then I'll move to switch. We need switch, then we need a route, and we need linked for testing. Okay, moving from home and then to user. Okay, so now we have pulled in all this imports from this react router ROM. What I would do is, in return, let me put a bracket and let's have switch. First the router. Okay, then inside router we would have switch, and in switch we would have the route path. So okay, we would have two route paths, one for home and the other for users. So slash home, and the other parameter is component. So in component we need to have home. Okay, so home we have not imported. Okay, I just typed in home and this was imported. Okay, so how this came is because I have this auto import extension installed on my system. Okay, so you can also install this extension auto import. What this does is, if you type the component name, it searches in your application. If it finds, then it would put in over here. Okay, and close this route tag. Another route tag what we would be using is path is equal to slash users. Okay, and this also component we have as users. So it is showing me that it found a component in this users component in src slash component slash user. Just tab and I have this auto imported. Okay, and let me close the route. Okay, so I think we are almost done. Only thing is we need to test that link, right? So let's do one thing. In this router we would give the links. So we have imported this links in from the react router DOM. We'll get it into the router. Okay, what I'll do is create a div tag and then a navigation tag nav, and let me get a unordered list. Okay, and then one li, copy paste. Okay, inside this li let me put the link tag. So what this link tag does is without refreshing the page, you can go to that route slash home or slash user. Okay, so let me close this tag. Oh, not like this. Link. Okay, in this we'll put home, and here let's put users. Okay, this link has, we can pass a parameter to the 2, so where we need to go is slash home when we click on this link. Okay, let me close the terminal. So this path I've specified over here, and in the second link let me specify the users. So make sure you don't have typos in here. So if we have typos, then this won't go to that path. Okay, so I think we are done. So let me open a new terminal. Okay, and then open package.json. So we have this start script, so let me type in npm start. So this would start up our web server. Enter. So we have two home and users. Let me see if I have put something in home and user, if it can be displayed. Yes, we have home, and in home we have this home component, and in users let us put home user component. Okay, and save it. It's compiled. Let me go to our application again and click on home. So our home component is displayed, and click on user, our user component is displayed. So this is how you configure routing in an React application. It's a simple process where you call the React router DOM in your application, and then call this from the packages, the router, the switch, route, and link. Router would be the outside of the switch. Okay, so this would be the uh, parent. Okay, inside this router, let me see if I can close this. Yes, so inside router we have the switch, and in switch we have the route. So route takes two parameters, the path and the component. Path is slash home. So in your browser, if you type your base URL slash home, it would go and search for this home component, and this home component, it would find it using this import. Okay, and if you type slash users, then you will get users from this component. So this is how it imports and then pushes it to the index.html root div. Okay, coming back to app.js. So once this switch is configured, what we did was we just have this div, and inside that I created two unordered list. Okay, and in that unordered list I put a link, two link tags, one for the home and the other for the users. So, and in the two I specified the path. Okay, so this path would come, this 2 would go to this path. So this is how you configure the React router DOM, or the routing in a React application. So coming back to our plan, so this is completed. In the next video what I'll be showing you is Sass. So it's a pretty interesting topic where you can do programming in your CSS classes. What this Sass would do is we'll create a file with an extension SCSS, and we will compile, and that compiled output would be a CSS file which we would call in our component. So it's a pretty interesting topic. Yeah, thanks for watching, and if you have any comment queries, do let me know in the YouTube comment section. Also, I have this link of my YouTube channels, so which I'll post up in the description. So have a look at the description. You will find whatever I have done today. I'll keep a note of what was done, all the commands which we did. So yeah, routing completed. Next is Sass. Thanks for watching, guys.